Hello and welcome back to Witchy-Woo Tarot. My name is Chris and this reading is for the general collective of Virgo. It won't be for everyone watching, so if it resonates with you, please let me know in the comments. And if not, be sure to check your moon, rising, and Venus signs for messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid, so feel free to reverse roles however you see fit. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. So thank you so much to my new and returning subscribers. Your love and support on my channel is so appreciated. And I can't even begin to describe how much I love you guys back. So please keep those comments rolling because I love hearing from you. And if you don't already, please be sure to connect with me on social media as well. All of that information will be in the description box below. So guys, I am so excited. This is going to be your 2021 forecast where I will be pulling a card for each month of the year ahead. So I will quite literally be telling you the future. So prepare yourself. I'll be starting with the Wilderness Collide Oracle created by Amanda Lynn Hales, who I will be linking in the description box below so you can see her beautiful work. And then we'll be pulling from the Chariot Tarot, which I think is hauntingly gorgeous, with some Christmas references in there actually that I was surprised to see. But anyways, so take what resonates for you, Virgo. This reading is for you. Don't force it to fit. And just also be aware this is a forecast, so it's intended to pick up on the energy of what's to come. Some of it might not make sense right now, but it very well might down the road. So please feel free to archive this video in your library or write it down in a tarot journal and then send me an email next year and let me know how it resonated for you. So Virgo, let's get started and see what the overall theme or energy is going to be for your year ahead. Wow, so we have Divine Feminine. I love this card. It's gorgeous. All right, so let's pull up the meaning. All of a sudden my throat's acting up. That's weird. So the Divine Feminine encourages us to believe in ourselves and the unique aspects of who we are. There is something that has been holding you back from the world, and now is the time to embrace all that you are and all that you have to give. We are the divine incarnate, cosmos grafted into flesh, and you cannot be separated from the infinite. Trust the divine within you and give way to the flow of the universe. So Divine Feminine energy is going to be leading the way in your year ahead, Virgo. I love that for you. Excuse me, goodness. Like I said, all of a sudden my throat is closing up. There could be someone that you need to communicate with or something that needs to be communicated. So let's see what is going on in the Chariot Tarot. I'm going to shuffle a bit and cut. And we'll see what is to come for the year ahead. So, shuffle one more time. Here we go, Virgo. Let's see what we've got. All right, so for January, we have the Six of Cups. How does that look? Halfway decent? Okay. February, we have the Emperor. Oh my goodness. So we have Divine Feminine opening up for your Oracle card and the Divine Masculine making an appearance in February. So for March, we have the Page of Pentacles. April, the Six of Pentacles. May, the Two of Swords. June, we have the Hanged Man. July, we have the Nine of Swords. August, Six of Swords. Beautiful. September, Seven of Pentacles. October, Seven of Wands, another 7. So we do have 6. We do have 3 6s also, which I just noticed. November. So this is the Strength card. No. This is the Chariot. My bad. So we've got the Chariot in November. And December, we have the Tower. Well, Virgo, let's see what is popping with this reading. All right, so to start off the year, we've got the 6 of Cups. So I do feel like it's like there's this reunion that's needing to happen, okay? And so 6 of Cups is nostalgia, it's happiness, it's kindness, it's looking back on the past. This could represent a past life connection, could represent soulmates. But there's this energy, this wistful longing, I feel like, for someone from the past, okay? This is a lot of emotion. And so perhaps in January, this could be you just kind of recognizing that there's something missing. Someone from the past, something from the past that you're wanting to reunite with, okay? In February, we have the Emperor energy coming forward. So this is divine masculine energy. This is power and control. Excuse me, goodness gracious. Power and control, we have like little Napoleon on this little rocking horse here. And so perhaps in February, this could be you just kind of taking control over what it is that you want, starting to realize and recognize your true power. And so obviously we have the divine feminine energy here, divine masculine. You don't really recognize that masculine energy until you harness the feminine as well. And so I think Virgo, for you, perhaps this could be relevant as far as like reuniting with a divine counterpart. But I think by February, you're going to be in that mode of, like I said, taking control over your world, over your destiny. You're moving forward and you're taking action, okay? And so in March, we have the Page of Pentacles. So I do feel like March is going to be big for you when it comes to working on your stability. This is the start of a new project, the start of something new and tangible. This could signify the start of a business partnership or relationship, but I love the butterflies on here symbolizing freedom for me. I feel like this is also your like embarking on your financial freedom. And so perhaps, you know, leaving 2020 could have been kind of one of those situations where you were finding your independence. And now, like I said, coming into the new year, you're feeling all of this nostalgia over what it is that you could have had perhaps, and you're deciding to take control and start working towards that stable future, okay? So with the Six of Pentacles coming up in April, I feel also as if, you know, perhaps maybe things weren't so balanced in the past, and that's exactly what you're going to be doing during this month. You're going to be providing balance. You're going to be gaining stability. Perhaps maybe you were giving to, you know, someone else when you should have been giving to yourself. Perhaps there was a situation where you weren't giving enough to somebody. Either way, the Six of Pentacles calls for balance. It is your energy, but it's also the energy of Libra. And so as you can see, we have all these little mice and she's holding all their tails, but they're all going in different directions. So instead of, you know, casting your resources about to others around you, perhaps it's time for you now to restore the balance of your finances in your own household, okay? And so Six of Pentacles also is like an equal give and take. And so perhaps, like I said, you could be reuniting with someone and starting to build something real and tangible with this person that's actually balanced, as opposed to perhaps energy of the past. So let me fix these cards because they're bothering me. And I'm sure they're probably bothering you too, Virgo. These cards are just really small though. It's kind of hard to see. Okay. Moving into May, we have the Two of Swords. So this is that, look at, she's walking a tightrope. It's like this point of indecision, I feel like, is where you're going to be coming to. You're not really sure what to do, I think, in a certain situation. And so instead of racing forward with communication, I think you're going to kind of be like, again, that balancing of the scales energy. I think right now what you're trying to do is focus on not falling. And so instead of, you know, perhaps coming forward with the truth, you could perhaps just kind of be, I don't know. I heard playing the field. I don't know why, but perhaps maybe Virgo, you could just be kind of waiting to communicate with someone or communicate about something or make a decision because you're not really sure which direction to go in yet. Maybe you're not sure exactly what this is going to look like or what to say. And so this could also be stemming from anxiety, fears and worries. But also the Two of Swords is kind of like inability, or not inability, but it's like refusing to see the truth. You have the ability to see it, but you don't want to see it. Just like when you're on the tightrope, you know that you're going to fall, right? If you look down, right? So you don't look down. You just keep looking forward and focusing on what's ahead. Instead of making that decision, you just kind of remain neutral. And that's really important too. So being neutral, I think is just probably one of the most important things about the spiritual journey, coming to a place of neutrality where things on the outside don't really upset you, where you don't, you know, lose it if something doesn't go your way. This is just being able to balance no matter what is thrown at you, no matter what's below you, no matter if it's your, you know, your foreshadowing death that's waiting for you at the bottom, and there's no net to catch you, then what do? You just keep moving forward, right? Even though you feel like you can't, you have to. And so I think that's what you're going to be realizing here coming up in June. You have the Hanged Man. This is that kind of twin energy, I feel, because they are conjoined twins. They are one being. And so for this deck specifically, I always think of twin flames because this is, you know, one soul, one being, that type concept. So I do think that if you are reuniting with someone, there may be a need for you to kind of lay back and let things play out before you jump to the, you know, jump the gun or jump any conclusions or make any decisions. Just kind of assess the situation, and allow yourself to see things from a different point of view, okay? Allow yourself to, because you're not stuck, right? Hanged Man is kind of almost like the Hermit, where you seek enlightenment. You're trying to find different ways to see things and seeing things from a different perspective. And so I think that you're going to have a big perspective shift in June as you come into the summer months. And so perhaps maybe this perspective shift could cause you to slip into that anxiety that we were talking about, okay? And so Virgo, we know you're the overthinkers of the zodiac. Nine of Swords is losing sleep, burning the midnight oil. This is suffering. This is suffering in silence is what I hear when I think of this card. As you can see, this towering bunny rabbit, right? Bunny rabbits don't do any harm, but the size of this rabbit compared to these two little girls who are scared for their life, again, it's all about perspective. And so I think that perhaps maybe you could be, okay, making a mountain out of a molehill. And I think that the advice here for you would be to not allow yourself to do that. Remember that you are not the narrative going on in your mind. So when you have those doubts creep in, you have those fears creep in, just remember that they're all in your head, okay? I think that for you, whatever this is that you're kind of worrying about, I think that it's like, again, the bunny is harmless. I think that you're making it out to be more than what it needs to really be, and you're allowing it to scare you. And so moving into August, we have the Six of Swords. So I do feel like you are going to be healing from this. I think that this is you kind of moving away from that anxiety, moving away from that miscommunication, or perhaps like self-talk that you tell yourself when you are, you know, talking shit to yourself, Virgo, when you're overanalyzing and overthinking and assuming and doing all of the things that you do. Because, you know, it's fine to be analytical, right? But at some point, it's kind of like you're shooting your own self in the foot. It's like you're your own worst enemy sometimes. And so, Virgo, I think you're going to be moving past this in August. I think you're going to be moving into a safe place of emotional healing. And you could be leaving behind something or someone, but I do think that this is like a mentality that you really need to kick. Because like I said, you're kind of in that point now where you're working on your own stability. I really don't think there's any specific person, place, or thing that's holding you back. I really think that it's all in your mind, okay? As we have mind, 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 mind. Sword, sword, swords, hanged man, new perspective. So I think that coming into September, as we are starting to close out the year with the Seven of Pentacles, I love that she's a spider building a web. Webs take time, webs take efforts. And so that is exactly what the Seven of Pentacles represents, time and efforts. This could also signify a missed opportunity. And so perhaps in September, you could be starting to see the fruits of your loom, if you know what I mean. You could start to be kind of seeing the seeds sprout. As we know, Seven of Pentacles requires lots of patience. And so perhaps there's something that you've been working on, or something that you've been trying to manifest, or that you tried to manifest that didn't come into fruition. And I think you could be starting to see just the tiny little buds and sprouts of that happening coming up in September. And so moving into October, we have the Seven of Wands. So there might be, and I love that this is also like devil energy to me, because this is the same kind of image that the devil is in this deck. And she's getting herself a little bit of a spiritual spanking, you know what I mean? This is the energy of someone standing up for what is right, defending themselves, being ready to fight for what they believe in, standing their ground. And so this could be you in October, really like fighting for what you want, okay? Fighting for what it is that you're passionate about. And again, like there's that element of like needing to break free, right? And so I think you're going to be doing just that, because moving on, we have the Chariot. Whatever it is that you're manifesting, this is going to be moving forward pretty quickly in November, okay? The Chariot is that need to balance dark and light before moving forward. And again, I always say this, it's that pause before you actually take action. And so there's so much momentum there, but it's like the Chariot's not actually moving. It's ready to move, it's prepared to move, but it's not yet. And so, you know, this could be, like I said, the energy of something getting ready to move forward very fast. And this could be you also getting your bearings and gaining that balance between your feminine and masculine energy, because with the Tower coming in December, there's going to be big shakeups for you, okay? Big shakeups for you in one way, shape, or form, possibly multiple shapes and forms. We have the letters N and S. I'm not sure if any of those letters resonate with you, but you know, the Tower, as you can see, okay, as you can see, we've got kind of a little shaky foundation here. Everything's kind of being held together by pins and needles, right? It's not real. It's not stable. And so the Tower, as we know, comes in to show us where things weren't stable, so that we can fix it, so that we can rebuild and actually build something solid. So whatever Tower moments are coming for you in December, Virgo, I do feel like you are the one that is manifesting them. I do feel like whatever shocking information comes to the surface, whatever perhaps separation, breakup that is needed, I do feel like it's for a grander scheme of things. And again, I do kind of feel like this is more about your mentality. I just keep hearing mentality over and over. I don't really think this has to do with a specific person, Virgo. I think this has to do with you. really seeing things in a different way and allowing yourself to release the anxiety and the overthinking and just the obsessive thoughts perhaps of what could go wrong, when in fact, you know, you're not really seeing how things could actually go right. And so, you know, if you're over here reminiscing on someone from the past or missing someone from the past and wanting to reunite with them, it's going to require you to really step up in this Emperor energy and take control, okay? You know, not only just to manifest a physical stability type energy, but to manifest balance in yourself, in your environment, and really learn how to make those decisions where you feel like you can't make a decision, right? I feel like that's the main lesson that you're going to be learning, because, you know, it's not just all about power and control, right? It's about that feminine energy. It's about that intuition. It's about trusting. That nurturing energy. Connecting with that could sometimes be enough just to help you make those decisions and, like I said, see things in a different way. Because the divine feminine, she's the intuitive. She knows, she's that subconscious energy. And so instead of worrying about those thoughts in your mind, or like I said, those scenarios that you make up in your mind that make you feel like this cute little stuffed bunny is going to do something awful, when in fact they're really not. It's just a little stuffed animal. I think that this is going to be very important for you, okay? This is a big part of your spiritual journey, is to be able to let go of that and release and get in touch with that feminine energy, trusting that, you know, everything's going to be made right as long as you're willing to stand up for it, as long as you're willing to release what no longer serves you, and as long as you're willing to heal your mind. Because again, Virgo, you're the analytical of the analytics. You're like the number one who overthinks, and you know, Libra is the same way, and you do have a lot of Libra energy in the reading, but like I said, it's a mentality, it's not a person. That's what I'm truly feeling. And so once you guys start like kind of following through in your soul purpose, and you gain that balance, and you are ready to take off, just know that once it starts to take off, it's going to really take off, okay? You're not going to be able to have room anymore in your life for any of these false foundations, because they're going to need to crumble in order for you to really get what it is that you want, okay? So let's get a closing card of little reminders and see what the advice from Spirit is, or a mantra that you might find to be very relevant this year. So we have ambition. I love that. I do. I love that a lot, because that's that Emperor energy. That's someone who takes control. Someone who allows that ambition to fuel them in, like I said, getting what it is that you want. I am ambitious and do not procrastinate or waste time being negative. So this, this is your mantra for the year, Virgo. Especially since we have the Two of Swords, Hanged Man, Nine of Swords right here all in a row. This is going to be the big hump for you this year, is to allow yourself to let ambition take over the negative thoughts that go on in your head, okay? Allow your ambition to carry you and take you where you need to go, okay? And so whatever tower moments, again, like I said, whatever tower moments are coming for you, just trust that it's all lining up, okay? Everything's lining up for you. All for you, Virgo. You just have to be willing to let go of the overthinking, of the made-up scenarios in your head of how things could go horribly wrong, and you need to just allow yourself to let that ambition carry you into the next phase of your life. So hopefully this reading resonated with someone, anyone, and of course I am wishing you the happiest of holidays as we are moving into Capricorn season and into the new year. So yeah, guys, I hope that you are staying safe and well. If you would like to ask me any questions or purchase a private reading, please feel free to do so. All my info is down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to my channel. Other than that, guys, I love you and I will see you soon. Bye.